Welcome back to Blast Guys Reviews. This review, we take a look at Joytoy Warhammer 40k Ultramarines Heavy Intercessor Sergeant Aetus Gardane 1/18 scale action figure. These are recommended for dog collectors ages 15 and older, and this is the package it comes in for all you package collectors. Pretty cool. And on the back of the box we have product images, some small ones, the front to back, a close-up, and a large one with all the accessories you get with the figure standing just behind them with a product statement at the top. Here we go with the top of the box. Here's the bottom of the box. There's the side of the box. Other side of the box. Here is inside the clamshell. Nicely packaged with all his accessories in its own little slot. And here he is outside the packaging. Looking awesome. These are one of the three, in my experience, hardest Joytoy Warhammer figures to come by. Very difficult. Not very easy to get like from Amazon or any retailer. You pretty much got to resort to eBay or somebody already has them. They're pretty much gone. So that's where you have to look if you're looking for this guy. Let's take a look at him. He comes with his sergeant's helmet done in like a red with a black wash over. We have the gold iron skull on the top, the green eyes, with the respirator type helmet with the silver there on the bottom. His head kind of sits in this cavity, so it's kind of hard to turn the head. Side profile. His head's supposed to rotate 360. His other side profile. I'm not going to force mine. I don't want to stress mark the figure because, like I said, they're hard to come by and not risk breaking him. The head does move back and forth and side to side. Pretty decent. On the chest, we do have articulation back and forth, side to side. We have the gold wings and skull right there on the front. It's pretty awesome. Nice black wash. Pauldrons here with the Legion, I believe. Kind of just painted on our wide side decal with the gold trim around the pauldron. Over here we have the Ultramarines logo with the red skull. Pretty cool. The gold trim. Arms do rotate 360 all the way around. Not going to get too much upward because of this pauldron strap between the arm and shoulder. 360 bicep swivels there. We have double jointed elbows. Pretty cool. Hand swivel 360 all the way around, up and down, in and out, and everywhere in between. So pretty decent range with the wrist and elbow. You can put some pretty decent poses. Pretty cool. Not really much to see. We kind of have this little sculpting here, like a closed computer panel. And on this side we have the two silver bar buttons with a green and red button just above it. Pretty cool. Some of his accessories are on the figure. We do have this talisman type box. This gold box with spikes on it. Two skulls inside. This is removable. You can move it around any way you wanted to sit it, as you can see. Pretty cool. He does have a knife in his sleeve on his belt. The case with the silver on the bottom. The tan there that's wrapped around. It's removable. This is one of the cooler knives that I've seen in a 1/18 scale. Kind of has like this blood letter type and bevel there on the blade, if you can see that or not, but it's there. Very nice black handle. Very, very cool. Then you can hold that, no problem. He holds it really, really well. Back of the figure, he has a very large, longer pouch with the cylinder. Then we have the pistol case with the sculpted in pistol grip. So you have the idea that his pistol is holstered into its pouch. So we have these hoses on the back here, from the back of the top of the legs to the calf muscle. And it looks like that my leg or foot was not pushed into my leg. So There we go. Hard to pop right in, no problem. His waist swivels around 360. If you don't get all that stuff to kind of get around, you can do it, no problem. Not much of a split. You can go this way. Can he sit? He can sit with his feet out. He's a big boy. Thigh swivel 360 on both legs, double joint knees, but you're going to have that resistance because of that flexible PVC hose on the back, which kicks it back. Feet up and down, side to side, toe articulation up. So this standard articulation that usually comes with most of the Ultramarines. Very, very cool. Do like that knife. It's pretty sick, I guess. I guess he had a dual-bladed knives. That'd be really, really cool. So if you don't like that hand for his knife, because it has a trigger finger, it has a more of a gripping hand here, which is pretty cool. And you get a fist hand to punch people in the mouth. Here we have the two pointed finger to give directions to his other heavy intercessors that's under his rank. We have the open hand for grabbing, holding dynamic poses, or slapping the taste out of the Emperor's enemy's mouth. And then we have his alternate head. Kind of the unhelmeted head. We have this nice silverish. It's silverish, kind of give you a gunmetal-ish bright color. It's really nice. The black vent, black highlights there. It's done right, really nice. We have the red on the back with some silver throughout, just to break all that up to make it look pretty detailed. Nice. This is probably one of the most common used heads and repaints of these figures. I think they need to back off on these heads, but they always add just a little bit of paint and make it look different from Marine to Marine, but don't want a boatload of these sculpts. Either I just use the helmeted head or one or two of these. But this is very cool, especially the silver and the red go together. Very, very nice. Then you, of course, you would have to remove his helmet and put this on, which I don't know if I'm going to get that off without heating it. It's kind of very, very difficult to get it off. Yeah, there's really nothing to grab. It's going to be very hard. So we don't recommend using any kind of tools or anything, because you don't want to put any kind of marks into your plastic, especially that really cool helmet. And especially on figures that are hard to come by. So I'm not going to go ahead and put that on in this video, because I don't want the risk that I want to sit and be able to, if I need to take it off from my own personal display or playing with it, basically, I'd want to wait and get it off properly. It does come with one of the rarer weapons. You don't see this a whole lot. You're going to get a few here and there. I think I'm going to have a couple from each of all my Ultramarines. These just come with the heavy intercessors, so there's not very many of them. This is very cool. Black, the gunmetal. There's a gold symbol here. Red optics, pretty cool. We have the drum, silver pieces here on the side and the front. A little bit of gold rounds in there. This is removable, which is pretty cool. So that's interesting. We have a strap here, very soft PVC. I wish they made the hoses on the back here this soft. You can remove it here if you like, but you can't remove it up here. It's kind of attached. There's a rail system. Drill through the side of here on the business end and the muzzle. Drill through the front. A very cool piece. We have the iron sights. Has a drill through there also. Pretty nice figure. I like the really like the red helmet for this guy. The hands are really stiff. They seem to be a little bit small for this particular weapon. Yeah, The finger doesn't seem as long as it needs to be for this particular design. The thumb barely grabs that actual handle, but you can get it if you play with it long enough. I think I need to heat it up is what I need to do, and make it a little more acceptable to the weapon, because I think the hand is kind of pushing out on the grip. But I think we might have got it for our purposes here. You see how it just needs to be a tad bit bigger. That's pretty cool. And you can see the thumb doesn't really come around a whole lot like it should. Try not to knock it out of his hand, because you can get a dual wield on the weapon if you so desire. And other than that, I think a lot of not just him, but I get a lot of the figures that come with straps, they need to be just a tad bit longer to get over that power armor. There's a blue power pack jetpack. It's actually a deluxe, I call it, kind of bigger. They have the silver coin looking studs throughout gunmetal vents. It's very awesome. The backpack actually sits over top of the piece on his back, so it goes inside of here. And these pegs are actually thicker, so the chance of breaking these off is a lot less than the standard Ultramarines. Two little silver dots inside there. Pretty cool. So coming on the back, you can see the diameter of those holes are quite larger than what we're used to seeing on the other Ultramarines. And there's his jetpack. And these do rotate, so however you like this positioned, you can get it. I really hope one day we start seeing some blast effects for like some of these packs or some of the weapons. I think nice quality, non-flexible, non-Hasbro blast effects would be amazing, especially for flames or, you know, blast off. But I don't want to have like holes in my vents. I want the vents there, I want them attached maybe around here. No holes, no peg holes, no notches, no cavities in our figures. We want the blast effects to work, and we don't want to sacrifice sculpt. So hope to see that someday, and maybe some packs that can even go back to the very first release and work with those figures. That would definitely bring more life to the whole line and your displays. Alright, well, there he is. Hope you guys liked this review. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys got this figure. If you're having a hard time finding it, it's not one of the newer ones. It's actually one of the harder ones, but when I first seen them released, they sold out instantly, and I never got a chance to even get one. And I kind of just like blew it off for a while, and then thought, like, you know, oh, I'm going to find those on Amazon one day, because there's just, you know, intercessors, heavy intercessors. It's not like they're going to be scarce, and they've become, and what I can tell, and I pretty much track like a lot of the Joytoy Warhammer figures, one of the hardest of the three figures, and his brothers, the other heavy intercessors, are very hard to come by. One of the other ones are really harder than the other. Like this one may be one I've seen more than the other two, but not, it's still a limited on eBay. So got a real good deal on all three of them, and I couldn't pass it up, because I've been trying to pick these up somewhere without paying a fortune for them. So there he is. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next review.